yesterday between Melody 100.7 FM players and the Yosba team. I mean, it was really fun. I was there and, we had fun. Yeah, so tomorrow we party, but we'll get into that much later. All right, so to talk about that, and by 9 a.m., we go straight into the People's Assembly and we have that serious conversation for about 35 minutes. And by 9:45, Melody Surprise will be eating the airwaves where I get to celebrate someone on your behalf and with you as well. Okay, so then we do that for 10 minutes and wrap it up by 9:55 and call it a day. Now, without wasting time, let's check out the weather forecast for this morning. And right now it's about 25 degrees Celsius outside. It is partly cloudy outside as well and somewhat chilly, but not all that chilly, right? Like it's not all that cold, but it is some just giving that feel just bit by bit, right? And the temperature will keep rising to peak at 35 degrees Celsius this afternoon. That is the highest that we are going to reach, which means it peaks at that time around 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Before the temperature starts dropping to the lowest of 27 degrees later tonight by 11 p.m. Sunset is set at that is 18:51, that is 6:51, 9 minutes before 7 p.m. Sunny conditions are expected from as early as 10 a.m. rather this morning. So it's going to be sort of a hot day. Okay, like I always do say, do not leave the house without a sunscreen. Don't stay outside in the sun for too much and be safe. Okay, now talking about the motivation quote for today. Personally, there is someone that I hope and wish he listens this morning. Hold on and key into it because I know I was having a conversation with him on Friday and we're talking about this. All right, so the quote says, "Take time off, the world will not fall apart without you." I'll take that again. Take time off, the world will not fall apart without you. Now, this one is actually geared towards people that love to work, people that love to do everything themselves and then work and overwork themselves. I understand the fear of, delegating people to do certain things and the fear that you have that, oh, these people might not come through. But the truth of the matter is, if you do not trust people with certain responsibilities, you wouldn't know whether or not they would come through. All right, so taking time off is essential for well-being, as rest is a necessity rather than a luxury. So preventing forced break or taking your annual leaves for people that are working 9 to 5, that there are people that I know that you literally will force them to take their leaves. So take your leave, take your leave. That is why it is there. Or take small breaks, right? It is very vital for maintaining mental, emotional, and physical health. Another aspect is the perspective. A break helps you to realize that you do not need to answer every demand. You need to draw a line and say, oh, this one, it is outside of my working hours, right? And the world will continue to spin while you take care of yourself. Nobody will care for you like yourself. So it is very important that resting is not laziness, right? I need you to understand that less resting is not you being lazy, it's you recharging. It's a vital part of leading a productive and healthy life. So I'll go back to it. The quote says, "Take time off, the world will not fall apart without you." Again, take time off. Yes, you. The world will not fall apart without you. Okay, on that note, I'll be heading back to the music and then we check out the front pages of various Nigerian dailies in a little bit. This one is Brimo doing Olanrewaju. Today is Old School Wednesday. Stick around. newspaper and The Nation newspaper. My name is Bolabad. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, so we'll begin from the front page of The Nation newspaper. And the first headline I'll be taking says World Bank gives condition for states to access loans. And that story is on page 6 of The Nation newspaper this morning. Tax, that is the kick of this headline. Banks can't debit account without owner's consent. And that story is also on page 6 of The Nation newspaper this morning. Judge returns Malami's interim for feature case file to CJ. Stories on page 37 of The Nation newspaper this morning. And Miyati Allah, leader arrested over banditry in Kwara. Stories on page 6 as well of The Nation newspaper this morning. Now, checking out the biggest headline on the front page of The Nation newspaper says Nigeria, Turkey target a $5 billion trade pact against insurgency. Story has about 2 riders attached to it. Says 9 bilateral agreements signed. And the second rider says Joint Economy and Trade Committee established. And that story is on the front page of The Nation newspaper, but continues on page 2 of The Nation newspaper this morning. Muftwang's defection reaffirms APC as truly national party, says Shettima. Story has a rider, says President OK's work on Akwanga Jos Road, hiring of 1,000 forest guards. And that story is on page 3 of The Nation newspaper this morning. To the final headline on the front page of The Nation newspaper, court strikes out application seeking transfer of Kanu from Sokoto prisons. And that story is on page 4 of The Nation newspaper this very morning. Now moving on to the front page of Vanguard newspaper, 2027 polls won't be decided by incumbency. And that statement is credited to Atiku, Obi, Aregbesola and others. Story can be found on page 8 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. LCCI, others lament losses as National Grid collapses again. Stories on page 20 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Customs duty violation, that is the kick of this headline. Court orders for feature of private aircraft to federal government. Stories on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. To another headline, World Bank offers $250 billion procurement window to Nigerian firms. Stories on page 19 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. The biggest headline on the front page of Vanguard newspaper says federal government, northern leaders, lawyers defer on amnesty for terrorists. Story has a handful of riders. First one says governors have powers to grant such amnesty if. Statement credited to the AGF. Another rider says they can't grant amnesty offenses under federal laws, says lawyers. Another rider says ASCF, CNG can, MBF, Muslim clerics, others disagree. And the final rider says, say amnesty will compound insecurity in region. And all of that can be found on page 5 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. Ankara, that is the kick of this next headline. It says, despite fall, Tinubu's in great shape, says presidency. And that story is on page 32 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. Now moving on to another headline, and this one says 2027 as the kicker. APC leaders received Muftwang offer him automatic ticket. Stories on page 13 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Osun local government tenure dispute is the kicker of this next headline. Adeleke, APC trade words. Stories on page 10 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Bandits kill 2, abduct over 50 women in Katsina community. Story has 2 riders attached to it. Says terrorists demand 250 million naira, 20 motorcycles ransom from Kaguru church victim. And another writer says demands 100 million naira for abducted pregnant woman nursing mother in Ekiti. All of that can be found on page 6 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. To another headline, this one says federal government raises 501 billion naira from bond market to settle Genco's debt. And that story is on page 20 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Now, checking out the sports column. This one says Adepoju Lawal hails Super Eagles' new team spirit. And that story is on page 39 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Checking out the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning says National Grid bounces back after crashing to 39 megawatts. Stories on page. It is well. Story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. So another headline, Tinubu seeks Senate's nod for health bills, more judges, and that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper as well this morning. Cool, that is the kicker of this headline. Apologize to Nigerians for initial denial. Falana tells military, and that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. The biggest headline says the ADC hosts opposition show of force. Unity push ahead of 2027. And that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. To another headline, Senate urged to treat food insecurity as national emergency. And that story is on page 4. Wasn't that last week we were discussing how one senator said Nigerians are saying that food is now cheap? Too cheap, as a matter of fact. Now, Senate is urging to treat food insecurity as a national emergency. Anyway, that story can be found on page 4 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. 72% of Nigerians' businesses to tap AI to overhaul workforce. Stories on page 22 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Courts suspend FCTA workers' strike as Wike okays 12 billion naira for salaries. Stories on page 30 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Set at home. That is the kick of this headline. Traders protest as Soludo shuts down Onitsha market. Stories on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Tinubu pushes defense economic ties to Turkey as aides dismiss health fears. And that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. More officials quit cabinet as Yusuf launches APC e-registration exercise. Story can be found on page 30 of the Guardian newspaper as well. Now, checking out the front page of Nigerian Tribune this morning. First headline reads, by election, as the kicker says Fubara refutes allegation of supporting ADC candidates, and that story is on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Drama will not leave River State very, very soon. That I can tell you for a fact. CBN rejects 4.9 trillion naira. OMO bids to tighten liquidity, stabilize yields. And that story is on page 5 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. LCCI laments as National Grid collapses again, second time this year. That's a record. 2 times in a month. The beginning of the year. And we're moving on from that. Says Tinubu seeks 110 justices for appeal courts, 90 for federal high courts. That is the biggest headline on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. Has 2 riders attached to it. First one says proposes electronic visual transmission of court proceedings in amendment bill. Okay, another one says once Oyewale confirmed as Justice of Supreme Court. Stories on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. To the next headline, Nigeria's new economic model under Tinubu to drive higher GDP figure. And this is a statement credited to IMPI. Stories on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Industrial Court orders FCTA workers to suspend strike. Stories on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Nigeria consumes over 2.5 billion liters of sachet water annually, says federal government. Stories on page 13 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Why we are offering sustainable livelihoods to illicit cannabis growers. And this is a statement created by NDLEA. And if you are shocked, yes, you can check that story on page 7 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Tinubu stumbles in Turkey. That is the kick of this headline. No cause for alarm, says presidency. Story has 2 riders. First one says explains he stepped on a metal on the floor, lost his balance briefly. Another one says as he holds talks with President Erdogan. And that story is on page 2 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Protest rocks on Onitsha over main market shut down. Story has two riders attached to it. First rider says Soludo deploys security operatives to enforce order, and the second rider says Anambra lawmakers back governor, says state loses 19.6 billion naira every Monday. Stories on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Now moving on to the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. First headline I'll be taking says Discos blame low generation as grid collapses third time. Well, page 23 is where you will find that story. Okay, now moving on from that headline to another one. Tinubu proposes 110 Court of Appeal justices, and that story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Now checking out the biggest headline on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning says investigation uncovers colonel who plotted Tinubu's ouster. Story has a rider says interim report reveals military officers targeted president, vice president, ministers and key installations. Arrest ongoing. Stories on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Presidency downplays Tinubu's stumble, says Turkey visit on course. Stories on page 3 of the Punch newspaper this morning. It's another headline. Wike threatens workers as court orders strike suspension. Stories on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. How I lost 3-week-old daughter to Makoko demolition, says carpenter. And that story is on pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. Moving on from that to another headline, the final one on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Show arrest trial, that is the kicker, says court admits a mockery clip calling Tinubu drug lord. Interesting. Stories on page 14. It is funny, isn't it? He is, an ambassador's designate, right? Stories on page 14 anyway of the Punch newspaper, and we'll see how that pans out for a mockery and for Shawara in the coming days or coming weeks or months. Okay, so this is still Melody Sunrise, and this is as far as we can go. Checking out the front pages of various Nigerian dailies this beautiful morning. I have to head back to the music. The time is 8:25 from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. By 8:30, the sports crew will be in the studios to take us through the exciting world of sports. In the meantime, this one is Bez doing That Stupid Song. Stick around and keep it locked. Don't move a muscle.
Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name B-Easy. We in the building, right here, with my man Praise. Your Praise, remember those songs we sang back in the day when we were kids? Stupid songs. Really, really stupid songs. Your Praise, sing them with me. Tinkle, tinkle, that's a stupid song.
see. I have no time to talk to you. Talking to you is a waste of time. You are
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
All right, 8:30 from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad, and it is time to talk sport. I have the sports here in the studios with me this morning. A beautiful morning to you.
Beautiful morning, Bolabad.
It is a beautiful morning, actually. I mean, judging from things that happened, that occurred that yesterday, it was a lot.
Well, a lot happened.
It was a lot.
I think a night to remember for Melody FM.
Yeah, I'm sure. KOB has been on air this morning to brag about it.
I mean, we're still trying to gather from all the rest of you's presentations around this morning.
Okay.
We know they will have a script before yesterday night, and I'm sure they're changing their script right now.
It was fun actually watching. It was a star-studded, game yesterday. That I can tell you for a fact. I mean. It was star-studded. They came with their A game, but we have the sport Bam Bam. It's safe to say that,
I mean,
right?
I think that's just the headline.
We have the sport Bam Bam, and sport Bam Bam no be for mouths, no be nickname.
I mean, he's actually was one
No
out,
be nickname.
and he's earned the name now. Maybe before now, a lot of people just.
I'm telling you.
But when you are Bam Bam,
No,
and
be
it really
nickname.
was there yesterday.
It was there
5
yesterday.
goals, 2 assists. That's 7 goals contribution of 8 goals.
Out of
Outrightly the man of the match.
Anybody now like this, it's sure.
But another person will also give a
But
big shout out.
I have someone that was saying that we should literally complete them. There's a radio station actually probably will look into that and play more friendlies.
They should just let us take this hint first.
Of course.
We'll consider all their invitations.
Because I posted about it saying that we trashed Yusba. It was like because they are playing old men. Come and play with us.
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. But the
Everyone
scoreline was
yesterday.
8-4 yesterday, and it was because they played penalty at some point. So
Yeah, definitely.
I think for me it's 3, but it was a great game. It was a great game at the end of the day.
It was just a very good evening. for
Yeah, it was a good
everyone,
evening, and aside, the victorious slam of Melody overused by yesterday, what else is going on in the world of sports?
Well, a lot of things happen at AFCON, and right now CAF is considering banning towel, goalkeeper using towel from AFCON tournaments.
Why?
And a lot of people are beginning to say if that should happen, then it will be a very big slap on the
I don't
African
understand
football.
why.
Because a lot of drama, around towel, the fans picking the goalkeepers towel, some of the players.
Oh,
Because there
okay.
were claims
I
that
know
the
Umar
tow-
Bali actually posted about towels.
Yeah, because there were claims that they were using the towel as voodoo and some sort. So
Umar Bali said, my towel, go and use it to go to wipe your
wipe your
tears.
tears now.
I know. I saw that tweet. Okay, so they want to ban the use of towel.
yeah, that's
We are too diabolical, like diabolically inclined in
And I don't
Africa.
think that should
Like,
be
why would
affecting
you say
CAF.
that they are using jazz with towel?
It is what it is. Welcome to Africa.
So if it did, it did. If it
It
didn't
didn't
did,
dey.
it didn't did. If you don't know how to play, there's nothing jazz wanna do for you. Jazz can only amplify your effort. It's not going to
telling you.
automatically give you.
I'm telling
But it is
you.
what it is anyway. So aside that, what else is going on?
Well, of course, we have our very own Lukman Ademola in the news this morning. Of course, he's trying to make a move to Turkey to go join his brother, of course, Victor Osimhen right there. And that, and of course, many more.
Okay, so we'll be talking about that and more with the sports here on the sports segment for this morning. I'll be stepping outside now, but to return by 9 a.m. and then we talk that serious conversation. You're welcome, man. It's time to talk sports.
Looking to probe from deep in out. That's a smashing ball, it's Martins!
Yobo, the good ball.
And it's pushed out to the bow!
Double Odesi.
Sensational! What a wonderful finish!
That is the most embarrassing own goal.
Oh, what a goal! That's something out of nothing! He struck it sweetly, and does he ever score ordinary goals? They're all copybook stuff.
When you hear the sound of the whistle, You know the center referee, he's on the game. Let's go right into it. This is Melody 100.7 FM. You know how we do it here. Once it is 8:30 on your favorite morning show, Melody Sunrise, and it is time to talk sport. Your sporting delight is here. Daniel Adeyemi, crazy about sport and of course committed to the game. This morning, you know where we want to start from. It's not about temptation. I'm not tempted to do it. It is what is in the front page. It's what everybody is talking about, as Yoruba people will say. So, yesterday, Melody 100.7 FM, as part of the 1-year anniversary celebration, went toe-to-toe with the Yoruba Broadcasting Association of Nigeria, YOSBA. A thrilling match, a game of goals, fun, communion. But at the end of the game, as we know the game of football, in most cases there's always a winner. Well, it's a friendly yesterday, so. But sincerely speaking, the game was an interesting one. If you missed it yesterday, don't worry, you will soon get the highlights. Kirby will say, Harry Fimu. The game ended 8-4 in favor of Melody 100.7 FM. 100.7 FM. And of course, today, this morning, I've got with me, I don't know how to describe him, but I have a very interesting way of bringing him in this morning. And no matter how embarrassed he wants to feel, he can't stop this. He can't stop this. At first I thought he was making mouth. I was like, come on, Baba. Don't push it, don't push it. You can't be that good. Don't push it, don't push it. But I saw it myself yesterday. In fact, when we come on the cruise show this evening, you're going to witness something. And something, of course. But for this morning, on Sport Connect this morning, I have this special one. For Ego Ferry, Akin Bopola. And of course, here is for my brother from another mother.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce a man who needs no introduction. His credits are too long to list. He has done the impossible time after time. He hails.
My goodness. Let's not even talk about where he hails from. He's done the impossible time after time. In the game yesterday between of Melody 100.7 FM, the Authority Boys and YOSBA, Egupemi Akinbobola. 7 goals contribution. Someone called him the Melody Haaland. And that's what I hear. That's what one of our lovers here. And we said about him, he said that is Melody Haaland. 5 goals, 2 assists. And not just about Bobola yesterday. Also, for the general manager of Melody 100.7 FM, a lot of people keep looking at him and like, who is this man? You mean that's their manager, the GM? Wabali, watch your shirt too. Somebody is gunning for your shirt, Wabali. In goal yesterday was the general manager of Melody 100.7 FM, Eniola Folabi. There's something we always say about Sport Marshal. That is not just Sport Marshal with mouth, the same way we are saying the Sport Bam Bam. You know what they say. Well, this morning, I've introduced them already. Egupemi Akinbobola is in the studio live Many of you they say machinery, machinery. They say it's machinery, but easier this morning. Are you a machinery? First, that's the first question.
I'm just human.
Did we hire you to come play for us yesterday?
No. This is my own.
This is your home. Good morning, Igwe.
Good morning, Daniel. Good morning to all.
How did you feel this morning?
Good morning to all the listeners out there. I mean, is this paparazzi that you call
I know you're very embarrassed
The
already.
special word is Osebo Radio.
Yeah, I got
in the
my
world
hand.
of sport, that's the person we know.
I know you are trying to be humble. That's good.
It's not trying to be humble.
That's
It's just, I mean,
But what a fantastic match you had yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice.
Did you see that coming? See yourself scoring 5 goals?
I mean, I never expected.
Because you never had the privilege of post-match interview, so you're getting that now.
Okay, so
Did you see yourself scoring 5 goals going into the game?
No, I never expected.
What happened? What worked out for you so much?
I think it was a team game. The old guys pulled up with their A game from the defense, the goalkeeper.
Yes, incredible goalkeeper.
Yes, the sports marshal, Eniola Afolabi, was the general manager.
001.
Yeah, led by example. He was throwing the ball in. We had very solid defenders and also midfielders who could supply the passes. And you know, when you watch the Man City game, you see De Bruyne. When De Bruyne was there, if you have guys who can supply the passes, I mean, it's just the strikers doing the job. Let's work. So I mean, that was what happened.
You just feel like was you doing your job?
Yeah, just doing the job. And I have to give kudos to the team because definitely it was a teamwork. And we scored 8 goals. We also had guys from the bench who scored goals. So I mean, it wasn't all about one person. It was all about the team. Yeah.
Was the game too easy for you yesterday? Was the game too easy for you yesterday? Because you've had the privilege of being at the Nuga Games, and I know how big that is in the country. So you going to play another big game yesterday. Of course, we will say it's a novelty match, and of course the five-a-side came at that. Was that game too easy compared to what you normally play?
No, it wasn't easy because I mean, if you see some of the clips,
I've
gotten bigger. You understand? I can't even carry myself too well, so it wasn't easy. And at a point, I was tired, but it's just what it is.
Well, it's about the man. That's his voice right there. You can take it everywhere now. Fly it everywhere. All right, before we go into stories today, for those asking, sports here, you made mouth here now. What did you do in the game yesterday? Well. I came on. Didn't you see me? I came on. I tried my best. I don't know what I did. And I was subbed off again. After trying my best. I tried to put goals in the net, but it didn't happen. I tried to mark them a couple of times. Let's just say, like Bam Bam said it was a team effort. A big congratulations also to our opponent yesterday, Rosebud, for accepting the invitation. It was a very good evening for everyone. All right, from there, let's go to AFCON. Post-AFCON drama still flying. And there are news flying around now, in fact, from a very credible source that CAF may ban the use of towels. Yes, towels at AFCON after all the dramas that happened. So the news is that the president of the Confederation of African Football Referees Committee, Oliver Safari, has suggested that the governing body may review regulations surrounding the use of towel by goalkeepers following the controversy that erupted during the recent African Cup of Nations in Morocco. Now, the issue first surfaced during the Nigeria semi-final clash against the host nation Morocco, when the Super Eagles goalkeeper Stanley Wabali was repeatedly distracted by the stadium officials who interfered with his towel. And of course, a scene quickly went viral on social media. So, how embarrassing will this be, or how good would this be if CAF go ahead to ban towel, which we know is a global thing in football for goalkeeper to always carry towel?
Yeah. Well, it's quite shocking if eventually they get to do that because no one expected that a towel would surface because we are all about Senegal leaving the pitch, maybe being fined for it, and the whole saga that happened towards the end of the game. I'm not expecting to see towels being part of all of these issues popping around about the AFCON right there. But in the law, according to IFAB, guided by FIFA, towels are not part of the game for goalkeepers. Yes, it's just different kits, gloves. Those are the essential equipment according to the rule fall of IFAB and CAF law and FIFA law.
But they are not part of the game, but they are not actually banned out of the game.
Out
as well.
of the game, yes, it's accepted in the game, but it's not part.
It's
according
not
to
part
the
of the
rules, it's
rules.
not part of the rules of goalkeepers wearing all of that. But goalkeepers are allowed to wear stuff that will make them easy.
That's make it comfortable for them.
Comfortable for them.
That's how they often use towel to clean the golf. It can get wet.
You can get wet to dry their palms, especially when it's cold and all of it. You just make the game very, very easy for them, because I always say that goalkeepers, they go through a whole lot. You understand? Trying to save the ball, protecting their body, protecting their face. So they have to do everything, because the only solid thing they have is their hands. I mean, their legs can come in the game, but it's more or less your hands. So according to the rule by IFAB and FIFA, yes, goalkeepers is not part of it.
Wow.
Towers are not part of it.
Okay, now
according to rule 4, yeah.
Should we say they are making this decision based on the drama that happened, or they are believing in the voodoo influence in the game?
I don't think, if they are thinking about voodoo, I mean, towers are too less for voodoos. Everybody, we see it. I mean, the likes of even the greats.
What towel do you think I would have carried yesterday to perform and keep a clean sheet in a game like yesterday?
So, and it wasn't just Nigerian keepers, it wasn't Senegal keepers. Even at the beginning, when it wasn't so toxic, let me use the word toxic, when it was during the round 1, round 2, we saw other goalkeepers use those. And it's not even just CAF. We see it at a FIFA level. I just mentioned Peter Cech. Peter Cech is known for using towels, always going to the towel. I mean, when it comes to penalty too, you see them always go to their towels sometimes. But no, sometimes these goalkeepers can be trickery with their moves. Sometimes they keep the list of penalty takers inside their towels. But the most important thing is most goalkeepers use it to protect it, to dry their hands, dry the ball, so that they will have incredible saves during the game. So for me, it's so unnecessary if CAF would look into this matter and probably ban towel. That's too extreme. You can do anything as regards Senegal, but towels, for me, that's too small. And it's going to make a CAF competitions look like what some of these coaches, some of these top guys in Europe make reference to the AFCON, yeah.
Now, you mentioned Senegal, and that brings us to the next report. Is the Senegal AFCON walkout could trigger a very big penalty for them, including disqualification from AFCON, a potential next AFCON disqualification, and World Cup ban. Will this be too much of a stretch if they go on to ban Senegal because of walkout? That actually wasn't a complete walkout because the player was still on the field.
Yeah.
Have you seen this in the game before? Or was the kind of penalty, apportioned to the team involved? And do you think CAF will be making the right decision? Or maybe FIFA is also going to be involved in this? Do you think it would be a right call to actually ban a team for not walking out of the game, but protesting in a way that looks like they're going to walk out of the game?
For banning Senegal is extremely unlikely, because the FIFA qualification for the World Cup, they did it solid by winning their group and they qualified. So, according to the rules, yes, FIFA can always intervene in certain situations, but still, CAF, they have autonomy on handling issues. Now, is when CAF cannot handle it properly, when complaints are flying left, right, and center, FIFA would intervene and talk about it. So, CAF cannot decide on their FIFA
competition.
You understand? Yes,
FIFA will also need to look into why a team will not be coming.
Exactly, because FIFA is the ultimate body. So CAF right now should just be dealing with the AFCON.
Maybe Nigerians will like this issues. If Senegal get disqualified, maybe Nigeria will.
But CAF can only just look at what happened at the AFCON and decide on that. FIFA is the extreme body. It's now when FIFA sees that the ultimatum or the resolution of CAF is not getting together, that's when they can look into the matter. So for FIFA competition, it's on another different level. It's unlikely. Yeah. It cannot happen. But in terms of FIFA intervening, in terms of FIFA intervening, FIFA can always intervene because they are the utmost body of.
But will it not be too much if they get this kind of penalty, a disqualification?
I don't even think it's possible. But
is it possible for them to be suspended from some AFCON games?
Yes.
So you feel like that protest was too much?
Not like it was too much, but is uncalled for in football. You understand? Emotional side of football doesn't get to that level.
You have to be sportman all the time.
All the time. You know, these are the things we see as street football. You understand? You can do it as street football.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it at Melody.
Yeah, that kind of game of yesterday.
Yes, but not at the high level of competition. Not even a CAF game. You understand? Friendly games, I mean, they are still less. But the CAF game, that's what represents Africa.
And that's
so you
what
shouldn't be doing that in a final, because that would be the headline of every action, of anything that happens. So for me, it's unlikely that FIFA would ban Senegal from the World Cup. Yeah.
Well, you know, today is the day. The UEFA Champions League is going down today, and you know what time it is. When we talk about UEFA Champions League, we're talking about the best league in the world of football. We're talking about the league that everybody wants to see. When you hear the tone of the UEFA Champions League, one thing that comes to your mind is nights at Old Trafford, those memorable nights at Stamford Bridge, those memorable nights, of course, at Emirates Stadium, those night of all nights, of course, at important the Santiago Bernabeu. And tonight is going to be final night in the UEFA Champions League Group League phase. 9 p.m. all the games will be kicked off. I don't even know if you don't have a multiple screen today. I don't know how you keep up with all of those games. We've got about 20 games going down tonight. By 9 p.m., Atlanta will be taking on Royal Union. PSG, of course, PSV will be taking on Bayern Munich by 9 p.m. as well. Newcastle United will be taking on PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. Power Force will be taking on Slavia Praha. All important game between Chelsea and Napoli will be by 9 p.m. Monaco will be taking on Juventus by 9 p.m. Manchester City Galatasaray at the same time. Victor Osimhen, of course, it's going to be Victor Osimhen. Barca's Erling Haaland. Liverpool will take on Karabakh at 9 p.m. Eintracht Frankfurt 9 p.m. against Tottenham Hotspur. The same time Dortmund and Inter Milan. The same time Olympique Marseille Club de Brugge. The same time Mourinho will be welcoming his former side, Real Madrid. About the same time Bayer Leverkusen will be taking on Villarreal. Barcelona will be at home working on welcoming Copenhagen. Atletico Madrid will be taking on Bodo Glimt. Sporting CP will be taking on Athletic Bilbao. Arsenal, already qualified already, will be at Emirates taking on Kariat Almaty. And Olympiacos will be taking on Ajax Amsterdam in just 3 minutes. Bam, bam. Yeah. Which of this game tonight will actually be fight and battle to the finish? Because some are facing playoffs, some are facing possible elimination.
Apart from Arsenal and Bayern Munich, who I think even if they lose their game, they're still going to qualify to the next round automatically.
Every other person is battling.
Every other person is battling. Even maybe Real Madrid too. Real Madrid, they've got points too. They've got 15 points. Yeah. And also Liverpool, who is struggling.
The likes of Chelsea.
They still have to fight in this game.
They need a win today. A lose today will not look good for them.
Exactly. So that's why I just take right there. So Arsenal against Kariat Almaty is of no importance. People should not even be looking out for that because Arsenal, they've automatically qualified. Yeah. Bayern Munich against PSV, another one. Maybe for PSV is important. For Bayern Munich, it's not important. Other games, we see Barca, who are still struggling. Real Madrid also. I mean, incredible games. That's what the Champions League will be all about. But for people, I know that they can't see all the games.
Exactly what I was going to say. Like, this is not the Champions League we used to now.
Yeah.
About 20 games will be going down at the same time.
Yeah.
How do you keep up with all of this? Now, I mean, people will be at viewing center tonight now. We will be like, the viewing center's owners will only be able to provide maybe 4 screens.
Yeah.
And there are about 20 games, 18, 17 other games going.
Hopefully there's goal rush.
Hopefully there must be goal rush. Like they must have to emulate Premier League on that. Well, don't worry. When we come on the cruise show by 6 p.m., there will be more details and in-depth analysis into all of the stories we've looked at today. Well, till we meet by them, I'm yours, nice and faithful, Daniel Adeyemi, passionate about the game and, of course, committed to the sport. Bam, bam. Let them know you are leaving this morning.
Thanks for having me, Daniel.
Man of the match of yesterday. And, of course, with the sport marshal who also was in goal. Impressive performance. Nwabali Osimhen, watch your back. See you next time. Same time.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody. gbogbo èyí tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe ayẹyẹ ọlọ́kan-ò-jọ̀kan bíi wedding concert church crusade film premiere tẹ́ nílò indoor LED screen iléeṣẹ́ gold mender media ló kájú ẹ̀ mo ti kó screen dé bíbá lọ́lọ́kan-ò-jọ̀kan léyìí tí ìbẹ́ǹtì tí náà fi ṣe dáadáa tí ó fi ṣàánú yàtọ̀ indoor LED screen tó múlẹ̀ rókòso gbangba gidigba ṣé ìnílò screen fún sẹ́mínà yìí tó ń bọ̀ àbí fún anniversary yìí tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe èyí àtàrà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ sílé iṣẹ́ gold mender media lọ́dọ̀ wọn nìkan lẹ ti lè rí indoor LED screen tó fọkànbalẹ̀ tí ò ní ṣe bàlàbàlà sínú olùlẹ̀ yìí ti fẹ́ lò ní àmórí field látòrí 100k ní rẹ́ńtéèjì wọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ èyí àtàrà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kẹ́ máa bọ̀ sí ọ́fíìsì wọn tó wà ní road 1A olùsọjí avenue extension of WCCI road olúyọ̀lé ìbàdàn tàbí ọ́fíìsì wọn tó wà ní number 28 amadasu street ìlú ẹ̀fọ́ lẹ́kì etí òsàlẹ̀ Lagos state telephone 0803-413-6370 tàbí 0912-188-5200 iléeṣẹ́ gold mender media ló fi ní lọ́kàn balẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn screen ìgbàlódé fúru ayẹyẹ tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ ṣe ẹgbà bẹ́ẹ̀.
dákun máa pàjọ lẹ́kùn máa pàjọ lẹ́kùn o máa pàjọ lẹ́kùn o tó bá fi gbàlù jù ọmọ dákun gbẹ́sẹ̀. ẹ bá ní tẹ̀lé lóhùn ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ kò sáré síbi ìgbẹ́ bá ti yàgò wa.
ọlọ́run àánú ọlọ́run àánú àánú wa mi rí kọ́dún yìí tó parí ọ̀gá ọlọ́run bá mi Samuel Ojo pápẹ́lẹ́tọ̀ rẹ̀tì làbí àjẹbá ọlọ́run pásítọ̀ Prọfẹ̀sà Mojo kúnlẹ̀ làbáyíká kó fàánú wá mi rí ẹ̀yin tèmi nìbàdàn ẹ̀yin tèmi lórí ọ̀lẹ́ oníkẹ́ fásitì yìí sọ fún yín pé ó máa tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìbàdàn lórí ọ̀lẹ́ ní January 29 ọjọ́ kọkàndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù àkọ́kọ́ tá a wà yìí náà ní ọdún 2026 yìí a fẹ́ ṣe 1 year anniversary ti Melody FM tó wà nìbàdàn 100.7 FM ti bàbá mi prophet pastor Sam Ojo tí mo wá pè ní bàbá authority ibo láti máa ṣe Theophilus Ogunlesi hall Theophilus Ogunlesi hall tó wà níwájú UCH gangan nìbàdàn iwájú UCH gangan nìbàdàn ní hall yẹn wà Theophilus Ogunlesi hall ibẹ̀ láti máa ṣe 1 year anniversary Melody FM 100.7 tó bẹ nìbàdàn tí bàbá wa àmà authority táwọn sí prophet Sam Ojo January 29 látàgbọ́ mẹ́sàn-án ẹ pàdé mi tí ní tòótọ́ ọ̀nà súnmọ́ àwọn ọ̀dà ní gbogbo ìlérí ọjọ́ ìyàwó yẹn pàtàkì àpò síbẹ̀ àwọn àrètí ẹ ṣe.
ọ̀gbàrá lé àmọ̀ sí o kọ́tà mi máa ń lé ọ̀yọ́ o mo ṣe sáde lẹ́dùn àná kọ́tà mi máa ń lé ọ̀yọ́.
Hey, yeah. It's the sound we go make you move and look you all on your FM. Wherever I should leave, anywhere we go, na melody they play from Monday to Sunday. We no go delay. Sweet vibes they bust for the air like rain. Turn it up loud, no darling today. Yeah, Melody FM, the sound that you like. Now here we dey dance, now here we dey hit, we dey hit, we dey hit. From back on the way, give it fire non-stop. Make we raise the rooftop. Put it on the show. They run up. We station the bus spray. The melody they run up. If I done to the wall, we a lot of go. Catch the vibe, make you know. Hey, it's your boy M Block. Boy I'm true to Melody 100.7 FM. Ibadan. Melody they play from Monday to Sunday, we no go delay. Sweet vibes they bust for the air like rain. Turn it up loud, no darling today. Yeah, Melody FM, the sound legend. Now here we dey dance, now here we dey hit, we dey hit, we dey hit. From black on the way, give me fire non-stop. 100.7, make we raise the rooftop. Put it on the show, they run up. We station the bus spray, the melody they run up. If I don't to the wall, we dey loud and go. Catch the vibe, make you know. Boy, I'm young, boy, I'm black. Boy, I'm true to Anywhere we day, na melody they play. From Monday to Sunday, we no go delay. Sweet vibes they bust for the air like rain. Turn it up loud, no darling today. Go. Melody FM, the sound legit. Now here we dey dance, now here we dey hit, we dey hit, we dey hit. We block on the wave, giving fire non-stop. On your top 7, make we raise the rooftop. Who they run the show? Yes, they run out. We station, they must pray. The melody they run out. But down to the wall, we dey run out more. Catch the vibe, make we no. We dey talk to melody. We dey talk to melody. Our hearts will touch them, they're very bad, yo.
Melody FM 100.7. Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 9 a.m.
Alright, so we're back to it. It is a minute past 9 a.m. from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. And my name is Bolabad. This is Melody Sunrise. And we are we are now live inside of the People's Assembly. And we are going to have that serious conversation like right now. So if you're listening for the first time, and you're wondering what People's Assembly is a segment on Melody Sunrise where we get to talk about things going on in the country. Sometimes we talk politics, sometimes we talk about economy, sometimes we discuss, growth, societal issues. Sometimes we, shift our focus and put it on what is going on in Oyo State or in Nigeria. In Ibadan, so to say, in our society and our immediate environs, okay? And things that affect you as humans and also as citizens of Nigeria or resident of Oyo State or the Southwest at large. Okay, so it's like a parliament setting as well, where, there is always, just like every parliament, there is, there's always like the Honorable Speaker of the House, which I'll be serving in capacity of today. And also then there is, there are Honorables of the House. So you, on the other hand, will be serving in the capacity of the Honorable of the House. So what I will be doing today is to bring a conversation to the forefront and have that conversation, dissected, so to say. I talk about it and I lay it out to you to drop your 2 cents concerning that particular topic, okay? All you have to do is to call me up or send messages or head to Facebook and drop a comment. And do not forget, when you're calling, texting, or dropping a comment, you address yourself as an Honorable of the House. So say, for instance, I were to call in, I'd say my name is Honorable Bolabad, calling from Basharon constituency, because your location then becomes a constituency, and then you give your 2 cents. Now, today we'll be moving from the southwest. We're going straight to the east. We'll be going to the east in, where the governor as actually the Anambra state government is doing something drastic in Anambra. Now, for the longest time, right, we know that there's been a lot of tensions in the east, and there was a sit-at-home, what's it called now, curfew. There has been a sit-at-home curfew in Anambra state every Monday for a long time, for a long time in the eastern part of Nigeria. And it is actually a thing that a lot of people have said that, they would rather obey than, than actually have to face the consequences. Now, the sit-at-home actually started like years ago. It is actually a disruptive, unofficial order by the IPOB, not, a government curfew. It is enforced for days like Mondays or the days where Nnamdi Kanu would be appearing in court. Now, this has caused a lot of widespread economic closure and fear. And despite, attempts, to counter it, a lot of people just wanted to just avoid. I mean, we had the time where people were saying that, what would happen when people are writing WAEC? They found a way around it. And, and it has been a crazy event in the eastern part until the governor, that is Governor Soludo, actually decided that, you know what, we will not even play or dance to this tune anymore. And he did say that moving forward, no curfew, no sit at home curfew. And it's just a lot. It was a lot, right? It started last week, and because the sit at home is always like on Mondays. And when that how would I say now, when that declaration came out, IPOB group actually went on to dare him. They dared him to say that people should open shops. I mean, the headline is on Daily Post, where they said IPOB dares Soludo, tells Onitsha main market traders to open shops and see what will happen. Now, Monday came and these people did not open shops. These people did not, they sat at home. And then the governor said, I gave a direct order and you people actually went against my order. As I say, for 1 week, you see that house that you want to sit at here, who people will sit there? And that is what is actually been going on in Anambra State. The governor has actually told traders of Onitsha main market to go home and sit for 1 week because they defied him, saying that they should go ahead and open the shops, but they feared IPOB more than they feared him, or yeah, basically that's it. So I'm going to actually say a lot of things, not really like much stuff, but the governor actually came out. He gave the order on Monday in Onitsha shortly after he visited the market, noting that the defiance of the market leadership to open was against the government's directive for them to open. So according to him, it is the latest and perhaps most drastic approach to determine who controls time and economic life in the southeastern part of Nigeria on Mondays. Is it IPOB or the government? In spite of repeated assurances of enhanced security personnel on ground and appeals to reclaim public spaces, many traders at the iconic market again chose to keep their stalls locked on Monday. He then noted that traders' absence was not just a quiet rebellion, but one that speaks volume about the lingering climate apprehension. He explained that the government could not stand by while a few individuals willfully undermined public safety and disregarded official directives meant to restore normalcy in the state. He emphasized that if the market did not reopen for business after 1 week shutdown, it will be sealed for a month. And if they don't even resume there, we will go further. We will go for every 6 months or 1 quarter. He said, you either decide that you're going to trade here or you go elsewhere. I'm very serious about this. That was what the governor said. The scene at the market actually was one of tense enforcement as a joint task force of police, army, and other security personnel actually moved swiftly to secure the perimeters, turning away the few hopefuls who were thinking that they were going to open their stores and approaching the market. They turned them away. Governor Soludo has actually emphasized that if the market did not reopen for business after 1 week, after this week, if you don't open next week Monday, it will be sealed for a month. Now, the news agency of Nigeria recalls that the Anambra government decided to begin a pro-rata salary payments to workers across the state as part of effort to end the sit-at-home directive enforced by the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, that is IPOB. So while killings associated, the IPOB have reduced in the southeast, many residents are still very much reluctant to go against the sit-at-home order given by the IPOB to open their businesses on Mondays for the fear of attack. Now, this is coming at a time where, the insecurity level in Nigeria is actually where it is, right? And basically the IPOB is actually saying that the governor they're daring the governor and telling that, don't worry, come Monday, we will push your open store and let us see. Now, reacting on Monday, IPOB through its spokesman, Emma Powerful, said the people of Anambra are spoken and that's showing that they had the upper hand and the governor should go and sit somewhere. IPOB also warned Governor Soludo to stop threatening to close markets in the state. The statement actually read, the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, under the supreme leadership of Onyendu Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, sincerely thanks and salutes the great people of Anambra State for today's peaceful sit at home observed in solidarity with our leader. Ndi Anambra has once again shown the world that dignity is more valuable than money, and that sacrifice is sometimes required in the pursuit of justice and freedom. At a time when other ethnic groups in Nigeria openly defend their own and protect their collective interest, Ndi Igbo have continued to demonstrate uncommon courage by demanding the release of Onyedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is therefore disappointing and unacceptable that Governor Chukwuemeka Charles Soludo, who once visited Onyedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention and knows the critical condition that he is in and knows the truth, has chosen to turn around and threaten the same people he swore to protect merely to impress Abuja interests, and that have never prioritized the well-being of the Igbo race. IPOB also told the traders to ignore the closure of the market by the government and open their shops from Tuesday, asking the people to ignore what he described as intimidation. The statement actually added that IPOB calls on all law-abiding residents and business owners across Onitsha, Nnewi, and Okwa to troop out en masse tomorrow to open their shops and market peacefully. Says no governor, even the one aspiring to please his Abuja masters, has the power to punish citizens for peacefully exercising their conscience. No administration has the right to weaponize markets against the people. The threat to shut down markets for the rest of the week are not governance, they are intimidation. And India Anambra must not surrender their right to fear. Any entity preventing the opening of our market on Tuesday will have something greater than them to contend with. And now the pro-Biafra group urged Soludo to campaign for Nnamdi Kanu's release instead of fighting his own people. But since Tuesday, the market is not opened. There's a protest that has broken out in Anambra State. And the question I'm posing to you, my beloved honorables, this morning is that would you blame the people of Anambra for sitting at home? And is the statement of the governor right, threatening that if come next Monday people don't open their stores at the market, he is going to close the main Onitsha market for a month? And if they still defies, his order to cancel the sit at home, he is going to close it for further than a month. Do you think it is fair? Do you think that it is justified that Anambra citizens and residents are actually sitting at home in obedience to the IPOB group? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up, send messages. What do you make of the situation going on in Anambra State? Are the people right to be scared of the IPOB, group sitting at home and strictly, or should I say directly, defying the order of the governor of the state? And also, on the flip side, is it justified that the governor is saying that he is going to close the market for a week, which is actually ongoing, by the way? And he says if by Monday you people do not open your markets, I will close it for a month. Is that threat? Do you think it's justified? Let me know what your thoughts are this morning. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me or send messages. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comments on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM. That is Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Head to Facebook. We're live on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. That is Melody 100.7 100.7 FM on Facebook. Call me up or send messages. We're talking or discussing the issue of the IPOB versus the governor of Anambra State versus the state residents, because the governor ordered people to open the stores and start business on Monday, defying the IPOB, what's it called now? The IPOB group, saying they should have a sit at home, which has actually been going on for a very long time, for over a year, well over a year. And the governor is saying that, it is time to start recollecting our public spaces. These people can't start determining what we do, in our state anymore. We have to take back our state, take back the economic activities and everything. And he told the story does to open store on Monday, but they did not. And he went to the Onitsha main market and saw that people did not open their stores. So he said that, just because you defied a direct order, we're closing this market for 1 week. And if you push it by not resuming next week Monday to your stores, we're going to close it for 1 month. And if you still, after that 1 month, do not actually open on a Monday, we will go beyond the month. Since you people want to stay at home, stay at home. The question I'm asking, or two questions I'm asking is, do you think what the Anambra State residents or the traders of the Onitsha main market did on Monday, not going to their stores in compliance with what the IPOB, group has been actually doing, or should I say the order they gave over a year ago, is actually justified? Is it okay for them to be scared for their lives? Or you think that it is not justified? And also the decision of the Governor Soludo, to close the main market, Onitsha main market. That market is a big market. I won't lie to you. It actually contributes to even Nigeria's economy. That is how big Onitsha market is. Do you think closing it down for 1 week and threatening to close it beyond 1 week, lapsing into a month or beyond a month, is also justifiable as a punishment to the traders? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. All right, this one is from Emma, I hope. Yeah, I hope that is it. It says, I understand that the state has laws that its occupants must abide by, but everyone is just trying to stay safe. Besides, they are not working for anyone but themselves. 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. One Chuku says, power. You can shove the power down people's throat. Now that won't be the better work way you suppose do for Anambra. No go copy your mate Alex. Okay, where they do better thing for Abia State. They find who you won't hang your power for him neck. Okay, says they should come out, and when things start happening, you will be in your lane watching them. Commanded, sir. Okay, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. We are in Anambra State this morning. We're talking about the power tussle that is going on between the governor of Anambra State, Governor Soludo, and the IPOB group, and how, he has ordered people to go to their stores in the market and open their businesses on a Monday, which was actually already, known as a sit-at-home day for people in the eastern part of the country. And, these people didn't open their store, and the governor went to the main market and said he was going to close it down because they defied him directly. He closed it down for 1 week, and he has armies, police actually on ground to enforce that closure. And then he said, if by next week Monday you people do not open your store again, I am going to close it for 1 month. And if after that 1 month you don't open on a Monday, I'm going to go more than 1 month. Do you think that punishment is justified? I mean, he's a sitting governor. Do you think it is justified to say that I said something and people are saying, no, you obey, IPOB over me? Let me know what your take is this morning. 07055 071 007. Though IPOB has actually kicked against it, says no governor has the power to punish citizens for peacefully exercising their conscience. What do you think? Do you think people are actually exercising their conscience, or they're just scared of being injured by the IPOB group? 07055 071 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me. Let me know what your take is. Do you think it is right what the governor is doing, or you think it is right what the people did? Who is right and who is wrong? And the two of them can actually be right. Let me know what your take is this morning. Evelyn says, why not open the market with standby security on Mondays? They should risk their lives for what? Well, it's a valid point that you made, Evelyn. It's a very, very valid point. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comments on Facebook. Let me know what your take is this morning. We're talking about things going on in Anambra State. Let me know what you think about the whole situation. Should the people have opened on Monday and going against the sit-at-home order given by IPOB that didn't just start yesterday, or they should have, obeyed their governor and opened their stores? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. About 6 more minutes to have this conversation, and then we'll wrap it up. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comment on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM. That is Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. I lost that call. How about you call me back? 07025 201 007. 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. 07055 071 007. Call me back, call me up, let me know what your take is this morning. Olawumi Okparinde says, good morning, well done, more wisdom. Thank you so much, Olawumi, for your comment. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comments there. You can in fact text me via WhatsApp. The WhatsApp line is 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. YK says, Mr. Governor, I can choose to open my shop at any time and decide not to open. Okay, why not just get your wife a shop in that same market so she can open her own, because people's shop is not your property or government owned. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007, 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. Let me know what your take is this morning. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about the power tussle going on in Anambra State between Governor Soludo, the IPOB group, and the people of Anambra State. The backstory is the sit-at-home, sit-at-home rule, unofficial order by the IPOB, actually enforced for days like Mondays or the days where Nnamdi Kanu would appear in court, actually caused a lot of widespread economic closure and fear, despite government attempts to counter it, and with verifying enforcement and security concerns impacting daily lives like school activities and businesses as well. Now, fast forward to this year, the governor of Anambra says enough is enough. Okay, we're not going to do this anymore. In fact, see, this sit-at-home has been on since I think 2024. Yeah, it's been in effect in the eastern part of Nigeria since 2024 actually. And this year, Governor Soludo said enough is enough. we're coming out, we're going to take back our public spaces, and told people to go about their businesses on Mondays and not sit at home. And then he went to the Onitsha main market and saw that stores were not open actually. That you people did not obey my order, you chose to obey IPOB. For what reason? So for that, he said he was going to close down the Onitsha main market for 1 week, which just started on Monday. He said, since you people want to sit at home, you're gonna sit. But let next week Monday come and don't open your shop. I am going to close down this market for 1 month. And if after a month you still do not comply, we'll go beyond a month. Question is, who is right and who is wrong? What do you think of the entire situation? Is the governor justified, or are the people, the residents of Anambra State, justified for sitting at home and obeying the IPOB? 07055 007 or 07025 201 007, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. A comment from Greg says, who really advises these people? These same failed tactics were used in the English-speaking region of Cameroon, and they achieved absolutely nothing. No peace, no solution, only more pain. The only outcome is that the poor masses suffer even more. You move freely with armed escorts, yet you force ordinary people to open the shops and expose themselves to danger with zero security. This is not leadership, it is cruelty disguised as authority. Okay, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Another message, this one is from Charles. Okay, so surprised most of the messages read earlier are not supporting the governor's tough approach. The economy of the state and good people of Eastern Nigerians are the ones suffering. If your businesses are shut from Monday to Friday, clearly the federal government don't give a damn. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. What do you make of the entire situation? Is it right for the governor to say that we're closing down the market for a week, and come next Monday, if you don't open your store, we're gonna close it for 1 month? And if you do not comply, we're gonna close it beyond that, and so on and so forth. Because he's saying that they need to take back their public spaces from IPOB. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up or send messages. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Prince Bomi Adefusi, calling from Apata.
Good to have you on the show this morning, sir.
You see, Charles Oludo is a learned person. And we can't expect him to be thinking in the direction of his people. His moves towards the closure of Onitsha market is quite commendable. You see, I keep saying something, Shibus, Southeast must be diplomats in anything they are doing. If we are fighting for a freedom, the lives and properties of your people does not mean they should suffer. No, fight in a diplomatic way. When Sunday Igboho was held in Benin Republic, is there any dictator order in the southwest region yet? Or in the Yoruba nation yet? No, we don't do things like that. You can't just be fighting for freedom and be saying no and be killing your people. No. We can't have two policies in a state at a time. Governor has taken a proactive steps, which I commend him of. How can you be sitting at home on Monday? Some groups of people is giving the whole lot of Southeast an order. Let me call it order, not policy. Order that they should sit at home and they must obey. Whosoever did not obey, that person will be dealt with. That person will be killed. I expected all the governors in the Southeast to join hands together and fight this madness of the thing. Look at the technical aspect, how the Yoruba done, how the Obas in Yoruba land the Wole Soyinka and co played a role of making sure that Sunday Igboho is eliminated from wanted list. Why can't the lawmakers, why can't the traditional rulers, why can't the governors in the southeast also do the same? If you want to go for a freedom, do it in a diplomatic way. You can imagine the people that invaded Secretariat. Is it not last year? They said they are Yoruba nation. You see how we rise up against them and end their missions, because it is not we. They are doing it for themselves. It is only when we agree, we move together, then we cannot take it. We all have ends in it. So let them be smart, because to me, Chasoludo is right for this move. That's my submission. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Honorable Prince, for calling. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can call me up, you can send messages, let me know what your take is this morning. We're looking at the situation in Anambra State and asking if the move by the governor of Anambra State in person of Governor Charles Soludo is actually, justified, saying that, the main Onitsha market be closed for 1 week. And by next Monday, if the market is not open and people don't open their stores, to defy the IPOB order of sit at home, he will close the market for 1 month. And if after a month they don't comply, it will move forward to close it for more than a month and starts moving forward, so on and so forth, saying that they have to take back, their public spaces from the IPOB and everything that comes with it. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007. That is 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can call me, you can send messages. Let me know what your take is this morning. 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. This one is from Chukwudi. Says, what measures has he taken to safeguard the traders from the people who attack them on Monday mornings? Is it that we think backwards, or what exactly is wrong with our leaders? Will you defend them if they come out? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 2 more minutes and we would wrap up this conversation this morning. We are live inside of Anambra State this morning, inside of the People's Assembly. We're looking at things going on in Anambra State about how, the sit-at-home order is being attempted to be broken. But then the people didn't comply. The governor said people should go out and mind their business, do their businesses, but people didn't go out on Monday. The governor then went to the Onitsha main market and saw that the stores were closed. And he said, you know what, since you people want to sit at home, go and sit at home for 1 week. And after a week, if by next week, Monday, you do not open your stores, I will close it for a month. And if after a month you still do not comply, I will close it beyond a month. While some people are commending his bold movement, and statement and all of that, some are actually condemning him, saying that, you have to provide security for these people. These people have to know that they are safe. As a matter of fact, someone that texted me earlier said, Chasoludo should open a shop for his wife inside that market and, tell her to go open on a Monday. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Let me know what your take is this morning. Do you think it is justified what the people did, or being scared of the IPOP group? Because in the past, they've been attacked for going out and disobeying the sit at home, and people don't actually want to have to go through that, or the possibility of going through that, and they decided to sit at home. And also, is it justified that the governor is saying that you're defying me, so go sit at home for 1 week? 07055 071 007. All right, this is the last comment I'm going to take. Says from Damilari Sam. total abuse of government office and power drunk. Huh. Okay. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can also head to Facebook, drop your comments on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM. It's 9:35 a.m. from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad, and this has been People's Assembly on Melody Sunrise. A big thank you to every single person that tried to call in, sent messages. Tons of you sent messages. A big thank you to those that sent messages as well. Big thank you to Prince Bumi also for calling. Thank you so much for taking time out to join me on this segment of the show. I'm heading back to the music, and by 9:45 we'll go straight into Melody Surprise, where I get to call someone on your behalf. So if you have someone that is celebrating their birthday today, the wedding anniversary, promotion at work, or you just want to celebrate the person for being a good person, now is the time to send messages. Don't call me, just send messages. Tell me their names, give me their phone number, and also what you're celebrating them for, and your name as well, so I can tell them that you sent me. All right, it is 9:36 now, and this one is Casper Nyoves teaming up with Abidoza and Bolle on the song Siyate Dana. Stick around and keep it locked. Don't move a muscle.
re pelo e barata kankane uthatile la ke sena kanjani ke go rata maloba le maopane aspono saka my love my smile keeper ane le rato e le cold drink wena uthulita ene mina ngikuthanda so ka wena ke kwala score angawina lotho ngawurekela Porsche you got too much you got too much
baby talangiba jela nawe kwathi siyathandana mina nawe sofasipende sihlangane sipele futhi ndawonye baby talangiba jela nawe kwathi siyathandana mina nawe sofasipende sihlangane sipele futhi ndawonye
you got too much
Melody FM 100.7. Stay cool with Melody.
Wako mi je, 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 wako mi je. Wako mi je, 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 wako mi je. Oh, just there, I will badu. Why be any? Momo yo, lati lati. Wako mi je, 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 wako mi je. Wako mi je, 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 wako mi je. CDQ, I want you to be Momo yo, I Momo yo. DJ Spino, I want top boy. Last kid. I need more yo. Aporisa, I want this Southie. wako mi je, 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 wako mi je. Wako mi je, 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 wako mi je.
Newest radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? We play anything like this. And this. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it.
Rantan and music, yeah, from everything, man. Baby, just bend down, pause. 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 Who be that? I say who be that? Who be that girl with the me say your name when I share it fat. Share the body chocolate like a kitty cat. Bring it back, oh baby, bring it back, oh. See the way you want like you for Trinidad, oh. Oh my God, oh, look at that overload, oh, but let it go slow. So easy, baby, I be biggie man. Plenty money, but I no fat. Money long, I'm not too fast. I be number one, I know they carry last. I be like a sensi meal. Tomorrow chillin' with Carolina. And everywhere I go, money rolling me. I feel this sound from the other side. Bend down, pause. Baby, just 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 bend down, pause. Baby, give me one look. Baby, give me one, I see the go. And the feeling for body and soul. When you whine, you low. Baby, dance to the melody, yo. I got the girl, them with a melody, yo. That's why the girl, them follow me, yo. Oh, baby, yo. Oh, you killing it, yeah. Baby, show me your ability, yeah. Baby, whine to the rhythm, and yeah. I want to know your availability, yeah. I feel like a sense in me, yeah. Baby, dance, baby, kill it, oh. Baby, move to the melody, oh. Baby, bounce up, oh. Baby, just bend down, pause. 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 Where my girl is them there? Where my ladies them there? Where my ladies oh? Who be that? I say who be that? Who be that girl with the biggie? She tell me say your name with the sherry fat. Sherry body chocolate like a kitty cat. Bring it back, oh baby, bring it back, oh. Baby girl, the one like a Trinidad, oh. Oh my God, oh look at that overload, oh. But baby just bend down, pause. 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 Baby just bend down, pause.
Melody FM 100.7. Stay cool with Melody.
All right, that was Bend Down Post by Runtown Terminal Wizkid as a throwback song, actually. And this is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM, 9:49 a.m. And I see that someone was actually, or two different people actually called me. And yes, I know we are live inside of the request segment, or should I say Melody Surprise, where I get to call someone for you. But you don't call me, you text me. I already said it. You send a message. You let me know the name of the person that you want to celebrate, their phone number, what you're celebrating them for, and your name as well. Okay, so you text me their name, their phone numbers, what you're celebrating them for, and your name, so I can tell them you sent me. All right, so let's do that really quick. If you have someone that you want me to celebrate for you, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me or send, sorry, don't call me. Send messages only. Just message me or just send me a WhatsApp text. The WhatsApp number is 07055 071 007. That is 07055 071 007. I'll almost wrap up the show in about 5 more minutes, and then we'll wrap up the show in its entirety for today. So now is the time to actually text me and let me know that person that you want to celebrate. This one in the meantime is Darko, teaming up with DiCaprio. It's actually a song that brought her out back in the day, and honestly, when she dropped the song, I thought she was a guy. Honestly, for a very long time I thought Darko was a guy. She still sings like a guy though, but it is what it is. Juicy by Darko. Stick around and keep it locked. Don't move a muscle.
Sweet like Indomie. So I get you on Insta, but you acting like you don't know me. Just so dangerous, yeah. With the way you move, so contagious, yeah. But you acting like you don't know me. You're so juicy, I take a picture like movie. You know I'm so choosy, but you're such a cutie. You're so juicy, take a picture like movie. You know I'm so choosy, but you're such a cutie. Yeah. Sexy melanin, I'm a catch a felony for you. Take my adrenaline, let me sip this Hennessy, come through. If you want it, I got it. Action, no talking, no stalling, no fronting. Me and my brown skin like Eva, sweet like Indomie. So I get you on Insta, but you acting like you don't know me. Just so dangerous, yeah. With the way you move, so contagious, yeah. But you acting like you don't know me. You're so juicy, I take a picture like movie. You know I'm so choosy, but you're such a cutie. You're so juicy, take a picture like movie. You know I'm so choosy, but you're such a cutie. Yeah. Sweet Linda, looking like Eva. So if you want ginger, baby you go vibe this fever. Let me pull up to your bumper, I'll be a sponsor. I'ma do you like a hustler. You be my baby lover, I'ma be a foster. Make I take it for a non-stop. Skin like Eva, sweet like Indomie. So I get you for Insta, but you acting like you don't know me. Just so dangerous, yeah. With the way you move, so contagious, yeah. But you acting like you don't know me. You're so juicy, I take a picture like movie. You know I'm so choosy, but you're such a cutie. You're so juicy, I take a picture like movie. You know I'm so choosy, but you're such a cutie. Yeah.
High hater, shout out Durex, lifesaver. Every other day I get a high stranger. What's good, babe? Mine later. Brand new garden, 5 acre. Brand new brown and white A-class. Old school ting though, 5-day pass. My teams never need a vibrator.
You're so juicy, take a picture like movie. You know I'm so choosy, but you're such a.
All right, Juicy by Darko, DiCaprio dropped in the year 2020, and we are here. We are live. This has actually been the Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad, and it is time for me to step aside and, let other programs come through. But like I always do say, once I leave here, the conversation doesn't end here. Follow us across all socials at Melody 100.7 FM. For me, it is at Bolabad across all socials. That is BOLABAD across all social media platforms, okay? And tomorrow is our party. If you've not come to get your tickets, please, you can still come get your tickets today. mean, it's almost finished, right? And you need to pick it up. The ticket won't be, or the pass won't be at the venue. So if you don't have a pass, you can't enter. See, it's going to be a very, very stressful thing for you. So how about just save yourself that stress and just come pick it up, and so you can have easy access, into the hall tomorrow. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow, because hoping that you've picked up your pass already. And for me, to you, bye for now. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Oroy Lou comes up right now. I'm going to leave you with Craig David because, yes, I'm feeling really nostalgic. Rendezvous is the title. Stick around. Keep it locked.